Keep your Bundy hands off our public lands. These lands are the birthright of every American. That's right.
Hey Josh, good to see you down here.
You know that that's a big
by showing up with militia stuff. We have to follow.
On the camera.
Yeah, I saw you as you guys pulled in.
People just stealing public land.
What the land is already sold.
Not just the people who have the biggest guns.
Not just
The people who are willing to call in the militia when they need that.
Only the militia.
So we're just staying here out on the front road to make sure our signs. Of course, we always have our, I'm sure, very cheap and expensive helicopters flying overhead. So my sign now I'm holding up says "Save the Constitution" out here on the road. Kind of a small turnout for counter protesters for Kieran. I'm sure it's kind of depressing for him to be so outnumbered. For liberty. It's good though because with us in front of them, all right, with us in front of them, it makes our group just look that much bigger here right out front on the road. Because nobody can really read their signs since we're out here on the road, right on the sidewalk. Morning, Wendy.
Hi, Kelly. Were you in there, Kelly?
Yeah, I went out about 10 minutes early. Alright. See if we have our Restore the Constitution first, and that kind of sets the narrative for cars driving by. That Let My People Go. Good crowd of people out here today.
Property things.
Seems like a
He's
basic
a multi-millionaire.
No, look, we can vote.
Multi-millionaire.
We can vote on where to put the railroad. We can vote on anything else, who to put in the office, but anything. Right, exactly. If it belongs to me, private.
I gotta go plug this in. I'm gonna finish for now. We'll catch check John Stewart, John Lamb and Kelly Stewart live feeding. Who else? Or some other live feeds there. Alright, I'm gonna go plug up. That's support. That's support. Big old KW. Glad I didn't shut it off yet. That's what you call poetry in motion. That's the Ladybug. That's the Ladybug Ranch. That's poetry in motion, the cowboy poet. All right, I'll really shut down now. Well,
Are a little disappointed. There's a lot of corruption getting their butt handed to them right now, and the prosecution had their heads hung down. They were tapping on their pages of their paper, and boy, they were not happy campers. Let's see, sorry, hang on a minute, guys. Oh, Oh, that's the Center for Biodiversity. The one who brought all this stuff with the tortoises and everything at the Bundy. So he's a multi-millionaire. He's getting paid very well to stand out here.
But Harry Reid has been destroying the tortoise thing since he started.
They've been killing them because there's too many. They're overpopulated.
Yeah.
Well, no, those are most actually are independent media from Portland who would kind of give us a bad name on Twitter mainly. But you know, they've become very dedicated to the case and they see the public interest in it. And so when this one started up with the same group as in Portland, Abby and Ryan, they all called themselves here. Maxine was in there taking notes with the Oregonian, and you know, somebody once told me even bad publicity is still publicity, and the last thing you want is to be forgotten in the public eye. So having all these guys here recording, she's with what's it called, somebody told me High Hill or Highland. Anyway, and it's an environmentalist group. She's been very nice, and so you know we could talk and explain, you know, discuss our differences. Kieran, he's just paid to come out and raise hell for the environmentalists.
Oh, really? He's a paid guy.
Oh, he's paid very well. He's paid very well.
So does he believe in what he's doing?
I mean, are any of these people
I think he
from
does.
Nevada?
No, they're all here to protest the Bundy.
Do you know that we have a 50% dropout rate? So we're trying to figure out if any of these, you know, have any minds at work.
No, none of them have minds at work. They're all paid too much to think for themselves. They get paid to report lies and keep the public.
Well, they certainly don't understand the Constitution or anything
they
about
don't care about
public
the
lands.
Constitution. Bullies don't care about people's rights. Bullies care about themselves and about their money. And we say keep public lands public. Yeah, we want them public too, but we don't want them run by the king. We want the state and the people in each state to determine.
Well, that jackass
fees.
wants the federal government to own the state land. And so does that other idiot down there that I don't even think owns a car.
The thing people don't understand about public lands being in the hands of states, if the state representatives are charging people and shutting down public parks and putting gates up saying, sorry, no hunting, no hiking, the people either recall them or they don't vote them in the next time. But when it's the federal government doing it to us, we have no checks and balances. We didn't elect them in and we can't recall them out. So their whole beef about keep public lands public is a lie. We want them public too. We actually just don't want the federal government to come in and close us out from them. So we actually love public lands more than they do because they're happy when the public lands get closed by the feds. They go, well, the king said so, so I'm okay with that because we need to protect the tortoises. They don't care that what's actually going on is that all these mining rights are being sold out from underneath the people, and that's why the federal government is buying up and taking control of all the land.
3 Kids Mine that is in Henderson 2 weeks ago was just approved. They're going to somehow develop that land for commercial stuff. But that one that's in our area, I mean, yeah, they're just selling whatever they want, and it's heavy into Agenda 21 stacking.
Yep.
And we've got a Harry Reid-owned mayor in Henderson.
Yeah, well, and I mean, when you have the federal government as heavy as it is owning the majority of Nevada, the people here have no rights. They walk around saying they have rights. You have no rights when the king owns all your land. 85%
of our land being owned by the federal government.
If the state owned it, they would have rights.
Control
because if they're elected officials, the elected officials don't represent the people, the elected officials don't get voted back in. That's the point of a constitutional republic.
I agree with you. So Kelly, what's next? Are you on Facebook Live right now?
Yeah, I'm just live streaming for all the people who can't be here, who would like to hang out.
It's an honor to be here. That is for sure.
A pointless live stream.
Yeah.
But
are you from Nevada?
No, I'm actually from Washington.
Gracious, look at
this is all anybody gets.
Could I have a piece of fudge in this?
Absolutely.
That's great.
I'm going to go for a cookie because my grandpa used to make these.
That's awesome.
Well, isn't fudge gluten-free?
I'm so glad you had me come out, Kelly. It's great.
I'm so glad to be here. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. My family was so happy.
We're going to touch base.
Yeah, we'll talk when this is done.
Hey, you have a Merry Christmas.
You have a Merry Christmas too.
Oops, watch out. Watch your step.
I'm standing up.
So I was talking to the reporter. I'm confused by this whole thing. She said briefs are due on the 29th, but the decision is not going to happen on the 29th. Whether it's with or without prejudice.
We'll know hopefully more about it.
Right, that's when briefs are due, but I don't think that's when the decision about with or without prejudice will happen.
I think she's scheduled the next hearing after that January 6th.
Right.
After the December 29th.
Right.
So we have December 29th, January, I want to say 6th, but I could be wrong. And then February 26th, the trial starts if she doesn't decide on...
With prejudice.
With prejudice. Yep. So either way, 29th is our next deadline. We're waiting moving forward, and nothing's going to be decided or done before then. But our biggest concern now is that Cliven gets released in the meantime, so he's not spending Christmas in jail.
Right. Which he declined to be released last time, right?
Yeah, he said he'll leave a free man. Is how he's going to leave. So
does that mean he's going to
without conditions? No, it sounds like she deferred everything to pretrial services about their ankle monitors and about Christmas.
But what did he decide? Is he going to walk out or not?
That's up to pretrial services. If they'll let him leave without the ankle monitor and not on any conditions, then yes, I do believe he would leave. But that'll be up to pretrial services, and we won't hear anything back on that for at least probably a couple days.
Wish I could get a paycheck for being down here.
I know, man, right?
Yeah, just like all these folks. But when you have a billionaire like George Soros and a millionaire like Suckling,
that's okay. All they did was double our group out here, right?
Yeah.
Give us a bigger crowd. Nobody can read their signs.
Yeah, I loved it when the cattle truck came. Do we know who was driving that cattle truck?
Yeah, he came intentionally for this. He was parked around the corner, but the police were harassing him this morning.
Yeah. Well, he paid for parking meters.
I don't know where he pulled up that he was getting harassed. Oh, there's John Lamb, guys. Sign off and go watch John because he's giving more of an update. No, I'll come over here and catch a minute of it, but... Good morning, Amy. Good to see you down here.
Letter, and I'm going to send down with the kill book, the kill list. That's all got to be worked out yet. That hasn't even been brought up at this time. So there's a lot of stuff between now and then to work out. Like I said, January 8th. Is a new trial. An evidential hearing is supposed to possibly be set to determine a lot of things. But that day,